96.3 KKLZ.
Till the break of dawn, absolutely. It is Tuesday. That means group therapy, and boy, I think this one's going to get a lot of people going.
Okay.
Bear with me. I want to read most of this. So, we moved to Las Vegas a year ago. Shawn and Carla, by the way, hello.
Hi.
Hello. And she even said, I've been listening to you guys for just about a month. Well, thank you. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the show. Thank you very much. We moved to Las Vegas about a year ago from Biloxi, Mississippi. Public school here in Clark County is a joke.
Wait, hold on a sec. She's from Mississippi, which is usually like the only state worse than us. Mm-hmm. And she thinks, okay, well, fine. Mm-hmm. That's not good.
It gets better. It gets worse. I'm concerned for the next generation of kids in Nevada. Last week, we pulled our kids out of school to take them to Disneyland for a few days. They're in third grade, second grade, kindergarten. We let the teachers know ahead of time, ask for assignments so they wouldn't fall behind. They said they'll have to catch up when they get back. And they tell us also the kids, they can't miss a lot more days of school once they return. They don't miss that much to begin with. Are we seriously not allowed to take them on vacation? My son now has a bunch of homework. He's spending hours working through it. Of course, I don't understand what it even is. And I'm a college-educated, running a successful business. This is third grade, second grade, and kindergarten, but okay. Yeah. A week later, his teacher messages. He got almost all the answers wrong, and he's now has a pretty low grade in English. So we reach out. Can he redo the assignments? No, he can't. And they say, maybe you shouldn't go on vacation right after they had 2 weeks off. I'm done. Our kids are in elementary school, and this is already the circus we're dealing with in Las Vegas. I don't want to homeschool, but the way the system is run, it's starting to look like a better option. What are we supposed to do? Because if this is the best public education can offer in Nevada, no wonder kids are falling behind. I have so many. I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to go over here for a minute.
I have a lot of feelings here.
There are two, well.
I don't want to lose a new listener.
No, and I don't either. I have this feeling, well, they're not going to stay here long, but okay. We weren't really taken out of school for vacation because, you had a lot of vacation in school. Yeah. And I get that, we had to plan. You had to plan a vacation. You had to plan it. And, I'm sorry, but the teacher, they just had 2 weeks off. They just had 2 weeks off. So
I've got feelings.
I'm sure you do.
Other people do as well, I'm sure. 702-739-9636. What do you think of this whole situation? All right, trying to take the kids out of class for a few days for vacation, but the kids are failing.
Yeah.
What do you do here?
Yeah.
That's the situation.
Right.
Talk about it next on KKLZ. 96.3 KKLZ. It's Carla, Shawn, producer Morty, KKLZ Morning Show, talking about a little bit of a kerfuffle when it comes to CCSD and taking vacations.
Yes. They took a vacation, went to Disneyland just what now? Is it 2-3 weeks after having 2 weeks off, right? Yeah. And had to make up schoolwork for, I don't know if it was the third, second, or first grader, but they're having trouble. Grades are not doing well, and she's mad. And the teacher said, well, maybe you shouldn't have gone on vacation 2 weeks after you had one. And they have to make up the work. Sorry, but she's blaming it on the Clark County School District, and it's their fault.
Some people, blame it on them.
Yes, some people agree and say this school district is a joke. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And my daughter went here. I graduated in 2017. Okay. If she was going to school now, I probably would put her in a charter school. Okay. I will say
you
still got to show up there. 100%. You still got to make up.
Charter schools and private schools, I feel like they get they get like a bump in. Oh, they're so much better. No, really, what it is, it's the parents that are taking an active role in the education of the kid.
Yes.
Want to have the best for them, so they want to concentrate in a place where other like-minded parents are.
Right.
CCSD, you're going to get everyone from the smart parents to the dumb parents.
That's right. And keep in mind, too, charter schools and private schools are also two different. You pay for one. The other one, you don't necessarily pay the crazy, you know what I mean? You have to go through the lottery. You have to, that's all that, which is all weird, too. But anyhow, now Porter said, well, so A friend of mine recently lost her dad. The funeral is this Saturday. I'm not attending, but if I were, would I have to get permission from teachers to take my daughters?
I think bereavements count.
Yeah, that's bereavement. It's not Disneyland, Porter. And they'll still have to make up their schoolwork no matter what, which I'm sure it sucks. But I mean, I think the problem here is, oh my God, and the schoolwork, you got to make it up. I mean, it sucks. It sucks, but you got to you don't just get to not do it. I would love that.
Me too.
I would love
some days that we would not like to do our work.
Yeah.
Vicky on the line. Vicky.
First of all, you don't take your kids out of school when they just had vacation. That's absurd.
Now, I want to defend her just a little bit. Because
No.
Here's the one thing I want to defend. Okay, so all the kids take vacation the same time. So if you want to take a vacation during that vacation, it's $16,000. But like a week later, it's $500.
Okay.
Because it's off-peak.
Then you plan it, and you know what? Maybe you let the teacher know a little more in advance.
Yeah.
I get that. But you know what? I would like it to be that way in my real life, too. But I can't always make it that way.
But here's the deal. The teachers take vacation days, right?
Sure they do.
So I think if
they don't have a law that says they have to be there a certain number of days a year.
I think the kids should get 3 floating vacation days a year.
Kids generally you can take them off anytime you want to if they're sick, if they're quote unquote sick.
All right, so I got to get my kid to get strep so we can go to Disney.
Yeah, well, right. Yes, then you have to make up the work. Don't complain about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
And
she can't help them with third grade.
I know.
Honest to God.
And she makes a point of saying, I run a successful business.
Educated person.
Yeah, if you're so educated, use some AI to learn multiplication.
I don't mean, I'm so...
I raised my 3 kids here, and they all run their own businesses successfully, and we had no issues.
I'm hoping this person wrote in just to stir us up.
Yeah,
I really am.
I hope so.
We are talking about one of our listeners who has an issue with CCSD. Heaven forbid her children don't know what the heck they're doing in school after taking days off of school. Why didn't the teachers fix this?
Right. They had a bunch of, do you know what, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, kindergarten, they went to Disneyland. The teacher even said, maybe you shouldn't have gone just after you had 2 weeks off. Okay, maybe she shouldn't have said that, but maybe it's true. Lots to catch up on and didn't do well on it. And now she's upset and very, very upset. And he can't redo it because they can't keep doing this for one person.
Well, unless you want to buy a tutor.
Right. 702-739-9636. I don't know where you may stand on this, but a lot of you, have weighed in. And I'm sorry, I cannot get to all of these. But Karen did say, part of being in school has to do with funding. They have to know how many kids are there, how many kids are attending, things like that. Funding is based on all of that. Yeah. And so that there's a reason for the amount of days you have to be there and things like that. It's very, very important, Michael says she's so upset because our school system is bad. Her kids are doing poorly, and her great idea is to take them out and go to Disneyland. She can't do 3rd grade math. She's running a successful business. I think she's selling feet pics.
Honestly, a great career, a great salary. If you got buyers. If I could do it, I'd do it.
That's another whole story. And I'll tell you, me, Angie, and Wendy have talked about that. And it's if you've set up an OnlyFans page and gone through like the background checks and everything else, because it takes a lot to get on there.
Wow.
You deserve all the money you're making. Yes, you really do.
Anyone want to see Fred Flintstone's foot in real life?
Yes.
Let's go to lines. Mama B.
As parents, we're responsible for our children's education, and if you plan to take them on a vacation when they're supposed to be school, then you deal with those consequences. It's not the school system's fault.
You hear so much of the you're not teaching them correctly and you're not doing it right and all of that. We got to remember that those kids aren't the only kids they're teaching. There's 25 others that they're teaching.
Yeah, and if
they're a product of home, right? And so my whole thing is the school system and your kids being at school is only as good as you encourage it to be or discourage it to be. And so you got to take some accountability here.
Ross, how about you, bud?
I mean, Rena's retired CCSD, so she knows. Her son worked for CCSD and has 2 kids. And Rena and her sister have taken the grandbabies to Disneyland a couple times a year. And it's Disneyland, not Disney World. You know, take them on a weekend. And
Yeah.
they were just out of school yesterday. That's a 3-day weekend.
Always busy at Disneyland. It's never slower. It might be. It's still not slower. It's still busy.
Also, can we talk about these development days for a second? Instead of having 2 Mondays off in a row, can you just make the development day the Tuesday after the Monday off?
Yeah, just do the
Make it a 4-day weekend.
Right? Russ and everybody else, Vinny said, you know, for the kids to be like failing after missing 2 to 3 days worth of assignments, they must have been failing before.
Exactly.